655 The death of paganism in England. Pagan King Penda of Mercia and his allies are defeated at the Battle of Windward by Christian King Oswiu of Bernicia, as told by Bede. In 1315 Battle of Morgarten, Swiss beat Duke Leopold I of Austria. In 1348 Rudolf of Oran claims Jews have confessed to poisoning wells. In 1492 in La Guardia, Spain, 6 Jews 5 conversos are accused of ritual murder. In 1515 Thomas Wolsey is invested as an English cardinal. In 1527 Treaty of Schoonhoven Henry of the Palatinate, Bishop of Utrecht, cedes lands to the Habsburgs in return for security help against resistant citizens. In 1533 Spanish expedition led by Francisco Pizarro captures the Inca capital of Cusco after defeating an Inca army led by General Quisquis. Exploration of Cape Cod. 1,620 miles. Standish leads 16 men in a foot exploration of the northern portion of Cape Cod. In 1660 First kosher butcher Asser Levy licensed in New Amsterdam, now New York City. In 1679 English House of Commons accepts exclusion bill. In 1715 Barrier Treaty, Austria cedes area to Netherlands. In 1727 NY General Assembly permits Jews to omit phrase upon the faith of a Christian from a Jewish oath. In 1763 Charles Mason and Jeremiah Dixon begin surveying Mason-Dixon line between Pennsylvania and Maryland. In 1777 Articles of Confederation, the first Constitution of the United States, is approved by the Continental Congress. 1791 First Catholic College in U.S., Georgetown, opens. 1806 First U.S. College magazine, Unitary Government, publishes first issue. In 1806 Explorer Zebulon Pike sights Pikes Peak in Colorado. Coup d'etat in Chile. 1811 José Miguel Cara takes control of the Chilean government in a coup d'etat, becoming the country's first president. In 1813 Allied troops occupies Groningen. In 1813 tax revolt in Amsterdam. In 1824 series of fires kills 10 in Edinburgh, Scotland. In 1826 Dutch businessman gets monopoly on opium trade in Java Madura. In 1827 Creek Indians lose all their property in US. Darwin reaches Tahiti. 1835 Charles Darwin reaches Tahiti on board HMS Beagle, the location where he would formulate his ideas later written in the structure and distribution of coral reefs. In 1845 William Vincent Wallace conducts the premiere of his first opera, Maritaner, at the Theatre Royal, Drury Lane in London, England. 1849 First US Poultry Show opens in Boston. In 1854 in Egypt, the Suez Canal, linking the Mediterranean Sea with the Red Sea, is given the necessary royal concession. 1864 First US Mine School opens in basement of Columbia University, NY. Sherman's march to sea. 1864 Union General Sherman leaves Atlanta on his march to sea. In 1869 free postal delivery formally inaugurated. In 1870 Bath becomes member of North-Jersey Union. In 1881 American Federation of Labor AFL founded Pittsburgh. In 1884 European colonization and trade in Africa are officially regulated at the International Berlin Conference, formalizing the scramble for Africa among European powers. In 1887 British SS War Yun catches fire on Canton River off Hong Kong. In 1889 Dom Pedro Roman II, Emperor of Brazil, deposed, republic proclaimed. Beatty made commander. 1898 British naval officer David Beatty promoted to commander after Sudan campaign. In 1900 Dutch soccer club NEC is established in Nijmegen. Jeffries vs. Ruhlin. 1901 James J. Jeffers TKO's Gus Ruhlin in 6 for heavyweight boxing title in San Francisco. Assassination attempt on Leopold Roman II. 1902 Leopold Roman II, King of Belgium, almost assassinated by Italian anarchist. In 1902 the Egyptian Museum, the first national museum in the Middle East, opens to the public in its new premises on Ismailia Square, now Tahrir Square in Cairo 1. In 1903 Eugen D. Albert's opera Tiefland premieres at the Neues Theatre in Prague, Kingdom of Bohemia. Hershey Industrial School. 1909 American chocolatier Milton S. Hershey and his wife Catherine donate a 486-acre piece of farmland to establish the Hershey Industrial School for poor, healthy, white male orphans between 4 and 8 years old, providing them room, board, and education until age 18. In 1911, proclamation set designs for Canadian 5-10 gold coins. Barker S. Military Cross 1916, Canadian pilot William George Barker flying over Anchor River spots concentration of German troops massing for counterattack on Beaumont Hamel, sends emergency zone call to break up German infantry apart. Barker later receives Military Cross. In 1919, U.S. Senate first invokes the cloture rule to end a filibuster, passes Versailles Treaty 1. In 1920, Ernst Toller S. Masson and Mention premieres in Nuremberg. In 1920, Free City of Danzig forms under League of Nations protection. In 1920, League of Nations holds first meeting in Geneva. In 1921, KYWAM in Philadelphia, PA begins radio transmissions. General election 1922, British general election, Conservative Party wins a majority under Andrew Bonar Law. In 1924, Dutch Christian Radio Society NCRV forms. In 1926, first formal radio network, ACA takes over a TS25 station network NBC, including flagship station WEEF in NYC. In 1932, Walt Disney Art School created. In 1934, Nobel for Chemistry awarded to Harold C. Urey Deuterium. 1935, A Night at the Opera, comedy film directed by Sam Wood, starring the Marx Brothers, is released. In 1935, Commonwealth of Philippines inaugurated. In 1936, Nazi Germany, Japan sign Anti-Comintern Pact. In 1937, first U.S. congressional session in air-conditioned rooms. In 1938, farewell parade of international brigades in Barcelona. In 1938, first telecast of an unscheduled event fire, W2XBT, NY. In 1939, anti-German demonstrations in Czechoslovakia. Jefferson Memorial 1939, FDR lays cornerstone of Jefferson Memorial in Washington, D.C. In 1939, Nazis begin mass murder of Warsaw Jews. In 1939, the first unemployment